What's up, guys? This is Proxy here today with another tutorial with Mech as Terran. And today we're going to be looking at Terran versus Protoss, how to play Mech in that matchup, take it to the late game against Protoss, also defend any kind of aggression that the Protoss decides to commit to while taking up to your death ball. And that's basically what we're going to be looking at today in this video. So we see the Protoss going for a gate double gas opening, just mining with two guys in each. I'm going for a gasless expand, which is very economical. He's going skipping the zealot, so he's gonna go pretty eco heavy as well, I believe. Yeah, very early Nexus without any units. This would be very bad against the engineering bay block, but since I'm not doing that, he's lucky, I guess. He adds on 2 more gates to go up to a total of 3, which is pretty good. Meanwhile, I'm adding on 2 gases right after the expansion, taking up to 2 factories. Getting a bunker with only 1 marine in it, since these 3 marines are needed to defend against any kind of mothership core pressure, since Protoss likes to do that. He's also going up to a very early robo bay, which is kind of hidden. And this 2-factory build I kind of was experimenting for a little while. I think it's okay, it's decent. It's like a Widowmine Thor build, so it's kind of good against everything, like oracles. I guess DTs could be a weakness, it could be pretty bad against DTs, but it's pretty good against everything else. It gets early upgrades, and yeah, it's pretty good. Also, it's pretty bad against Colossi pushes, which is exactly what he's doing, but I'm gonna show how to hold it off with minimal casualties. Well, so I'm securing my third pretty early, since this map is pretty easy to secure it with Widow Mines and tanks up here on the ledge. And then let's slow it down. I saw he was pushing, I think. He's got no third, and I saw this army with the watchtower, I believe. So I see he's pushing. I transform into Battle Hellion, place my tanks pretty spread out. Let's see what happens. He decides to wait for a few more units, Colossi and stuff. So, right now, this looks like I'm about to completely and totally get destroyed. He's got let's just pause before the battle begins. Should be happening pretty soon. Okay, so this is the units. I got 13 more SCVs, then he's got probes. I have 4 Widow Mines, 3 tanks, 4 Hellions, and 2 Thors, and a medevac. That's not a lot. That's minimal units. He's ahead 10 supply, and I'm ahead 15 workers, so his army supply is 25 bigger than mine, as well as discount his army supply too. So he's about 30 army supply higher than me. And he's got so many stalkers, colossi, and all that stuff. But so this is how the engagement will go down. He hallucinates Immortal, which is very good, but I scan him, so I guess. And now it just seems like he's absolutely crushing me. But his army was very clumped up, and I pull my SCVs to kind of surround. His colossi are taking kind of heavy damage, but this right now this looks kind of over for me. I have 1 tank left and some SCVs. He's got 2 colossi, which will kill the SCVs, and a bunch of stalkers, 9 of them, even though they're pretty low health. So my SCVs are kind of blocking these units from getting to the tanks. While I get 2 more tanks, I will siege them up right here. This is kind of annoying. He's killing my tank with his mothership core. And now he pushes in again. I focus fire the stalkers, since they're the most clumped up units, and the Hellions can deal with the zealots. Good enough. Make a Viking to deal with the mothership core. This push was 6 gates, I believe. Yeah, it's a 6-gate push. So I kill the next wave of zealots really early, then I can focus down the stalker colossi ball. And I have 2 more tanks reinforcing now, which means I hold pretty effectively. Let's take a look at what came out after this battle. Okay. I'm still ahead by 8 SCVs. I'm ahead by about 30 supply right now. Maybe 25 would be more accurate. But still, that engagement went, like, it may have looked bad for me. I lost, like, all my things, but it went really well for me. Since I have a third as well, and I got upgrades, I got, like, 1-1 now, with double armory. And he hasn't even started a forge yet, I believe. Yeah. So he's just gonna pull back now. I'll speed it up a bit. And the next part is gonna be taking it from this is like the mid game, so I'm gonna be taking it to the late game and getting my ultimate army up. He's going double forge. I don't really agree with this. I think single forge is much more strong against mech, since you don't really need armor upgrades anyways. Since the main focus of your army is gonna be immortals and archons, which both benefit more from shields. But either way, he's going for that. So I got a pretty big tank Viking Hellion Force, taking out his proxy pylons. Pretty good. Got double armory. So this next part, you have to be really patient for this part to work. You have to be like super patient. You add on 4 more starports. You add on ghost academies, start making ghosts, and a fleet beacon, so you can make iron fusion core. I mean, sorry, to make that while you secure like more and more bases. You don't have to like secure bases super quickly. Just like take one in a time and defend them. Is the most important thing. And then like later you will start getting macro orbitals and sack SCVs and stuff. That doesn't come from in a while. So I'm getting more upgrades. I got 2-2, he's on 1-1 I think. And he's SkyMech mech, so he's starting to add on Void Rays. Which is pretty decent since Void Rays are very good in HOTS. But I secure my 4th. Do some Hellbats drops to keep me in space while I build up my Death Army of BC Ghost Thor. So this is what's gonna happen right now. This part is kind of takes a while for it to get into action. He's just defending his bases against Hellion drops. Not anything significant happening right now. I'm producing BCs, ghosts. Taking my 5th, I think this is gonna be. Yeah. So this is what you need to do when you need to secure additional bases, since he just you need to secure them really well with static defense, like such as planetaries, sensor towers, and additional planetaries and turrets. Since he can just go like send like 15 cells over here and just attack this base, you need to have like them very well defended, since your army is so slow. But either way, he's securing his 4th base now, adding on more Void Rays. I think he's gonna go up to a mothership pretty soon as well, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe that comes in a while, but I don't know. So his composition right now is Zealots, Stalkers, Immortals, well, like 1 Colossi, 2 Colossi, Archons and Void Rays, so he's got kind of a very good mix. I start 2-siding SCVs with my macro orbitals. I have a good count of ghosts, all with full energy. And like, you have to be super passive. You can't like, even if you see he's got like no army, you can't go like, I need to go kill him since he's got like no army. You have to like take it slow. I suicide some tanks since I don't really need them anymore, I guess. Since I want more BC, more ghost. My upgrades are going pretty well. My BCs are at 3-1, my tanks are at 3-2. He's getting more Stargates, more Robos. Where's his mothership core? Oh well, doesn't really matter. Oh, here it is. I'm making 4 beasts at a time. Pretty good. He's got a very scary army. So I start sieging up this base just to do some damage with my tanks. Might as well. See, like this is how you secure like a base that's far away. You get many planetaries, you get widow mines, and you get turrets. That's how you gotta do it. So I'm making more BCs, more ghosts. I have a shit ton of BCs now. Some Vikings to deal with the Void Rays. Basically, he's gonna send all his cells over here since he doesn't need them anymore. I should start. Do I have any tanks left at all? No. Okay, that's good. I got rid of all my tanks. He's gonna try to go up here. My widow mines kill it, and planetaries. And then this is the next step. Once you got here, you have a pretty big army that nothing can kill, basically. You have to build it even stronger. Sack more of these SCVs. So to buy time, you have to like do nukes and stuff like this. It's pretty important. While getting your upgrades up and building a scary army. I have about 4 Ghost Academies, I think. Maybe, okay, only 3. But this is just like really buying me a lot of time. Yeah. My armies, I have so many BCs. I have like 16 BCs, 7 Ghosts, 3 Thors, I have a bunch of Vikings. Nuke this base. Nuke over here. That did pretty good damage. So now he's gonna feel threatened to go for an attack, which is okay since I have my death army built up. I have so many BCs, like with high energy. And his army is not very well equipped to deal with mine. Like, you have to have like maxed out carrier Void Ray Tempest. And I'm gonna secure this base too with planetaries and turrets and mines. Where's my mines? Okay, they're over here. My upgrades are like 3-3 on everything almost, except for the sky upgrades, but they're soon 3-3. So he's got a pretty scary, like these immortals are kind of wasted. He's got like 10 immortals, that's way too many. Yeah, since I have like 3 Thors and that's all my ground, as well as 2 ghosts, but they're gonna cloak and he doesn't have an observer. So he thinks Vortex is still in the game, so he's gonna go forward with his mothership core and try and Vortex my shit. But that wouldn't work in Wings of Liberty either, since I can just MP it. Which is, like, ghosts are kind of a must-have in late game mech TvP. Yeah, see I got the EMPs there. EMP his whole army, just blanket it. And I completely and utterly destroy it. My beasts just tear through the Void Rays, the Vikings as well. And like, look at the supplies, like, after this engagement. His supply is under 100, mine is still maxed out. The unit loss are kind of even, but that's just because of that early engagement and my failed drops and my SCVs and tanks that I suicided. If I hadn't suicided all those units, the unit loss would have been like way in my favor. So yeah, he lost his whole army there. There's not much he can do now. He doesn't have the production. He has quite a lot of money, but it doesn't matter. He's nothing that can kill this in time if I just push. But I'm gonna build up my BCs again. Like, this is what you have to do. You have to be incredibly patient. But he leaves the game, noticing there's no chance for him to winning. I was even up a base as well. Had everything very locked down. So I hope you guys liked this game. If you did, please subscribe to my YouTube. Follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/